What's going on YouTube? Username Kite562 here, and I have another Beastars review, and it's a volume 14. Now, as always with these reviews, Beastars is written and illustrated by Paru Itagaki and published by Viz Media. And anyway, I'll try to keep these reviews as spoiler-free as possible, so it doesn't ruin the experience for new readers. As always, these reviews are of my own opinion, so sit back and relax and listen to what I have to say about Volume 14 of Beastars. Now, to start off, Haru is now a university student, so she's studying botany, the study of plants, so she can become a botanist or whatever, or, own her own little flower shop. So I thought that was a really cute moment between her and Legoshi. Again, this review isn't in any particular order, but anyway, I thought that was a really cute moment that Haru and Legoshi got to share their end goals. Like, I'm assuming Legoshi wants to do something with insects, so maybe he becomes a beekeeper somehow. Who knows? Anyway, my next point is that Haru and Legoshi go on a date to the back alley market. Now, I thought this was really interesting since later on within the volume, Legoshi tells Haru everything, and just Haru says, "If you take me to the back alley market, I'll accept all of you," or a quote around those lines. So I thought that was really sweet and a really tense moment at the same time. It's just, it really still sticks with me as a reader. Not just because of Haru's disguise when Legoshi yeets Haru's hood in front of her face and she kind of looks like this little Ewok with no ears. It's just a really delightful design, and within the manga, Paru states that this is Haru's second transformation, or other transformation, whatever you want to call it. I just thought that was a really cute little insert within this manga volume itself. So it's really wonderful. But as they went to the back alley market, Haru suggested to Legoshi that they go to a place that specializes in serving rabbit meat, since she wants to see what being served live rabbit would be like, or what a dead rabbit looks like, because she never really gave it much thought, and she doesn't think it was that shocking when she actually seen that. And I just thought it was really sweet of both Haru and Legoshi just, praying to the lost rabbits that were on display at this, meat dealer shop, butcher shop, whatever you want to call it, within the back alley market. So anyway, again, point number 4, Legoshi opens up about eating Louis' leg to Haru, and, he just opens up about his fight with Riz to Haru. And she's like, "I'm just going to deal with you in my own way." So, there's that. And I just thought it was really sweet. So, it was really nice that Haru didn't, completely, ridicule Legoshi for doing what he did, since, again, predation's seen as a taboo within the world of Beastars. So I was just really impressed with Haru and how she handled the situation, because, as the volume goes on, she near the beginning, she kind of has thoughts about making more rabbit friends while she's in college, university. It's just an all-around great experience this volume was. So anyway, point number 5, Yaya is still interested in Legoshi after meeting him face to face. Now, with this meeting, it turned into more of a brawl, so I'll just leave it at that. And Yaya is the sublime Beastar, and surprisingly enough, he has his own little condo house place above the police department within the Beastars universe. And he still gives me a lot of, a cross between Bruce Wayne and Lex Luthor kind of vibes. So I thought that was really interesting. So anyway, near the beginning of volume 14, or I want to say middle-ish section, Yaya is referred to as the Black Devil within the back alley market, because Yaya apparently doesn't like carnivores that much, especially ones that break the law. I mean, who wouldn't, you know? Somebody who breaks the law. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's just my thoughts on that. So, but anyway, back to the review. So Yaya is referred to as the Black Devil within the back alley market. Like, the first time Legoshi ever seen this page was this whole graffiti mural of Yaya's name being smudged in black paint within the back alley market. I just thought that was really interesting. It really gave another layer to Yaya as a character. So, I mean, you can say that his hatred really triggered from his quote-unquote betrayal from his friend Gosha, since they wanted to become Beastars together, but since Gosha fell in love within volume 13 or volume 12, I mean, if I'm wrong on that, please let me know down in the comments below. So, anyway, I'm guessing from what it looked like from reading volume 14 that Yaya's hatred for carnivores who do wrong is just, it really built up from that one moment from a friend's quote-unquote betrayal. Anyway, point 7. Legoshi's finally 18 years old on April 9th, and yes, April 9th is Legoshi's birthday, so Haru runs over to this bridge in like the inner city area. It kind of looks like Shibuya in a way, so she wishes him a happy birthday, and he completely forgot about his own birthday, but he doesn't have trouble remembering others' birthdays within this volume, so I just thought it was really sweet for Haru to wish Legoshi a happy birthday, and it was really nice. It's just, I love the wholesome moments between Haru and Legoshi, so it's just, it really brings a smile to my face. So anyway, point number 8. Yaya makes Legoshi apologize for being a carnivore. Now, this is during their meeting at Yaya's penthouse apartment, you know, condominium, whatever you want to call it, and they had dinner together. So Legoshi gets down on his hands and knees, points his ears back, and just apologizes to Yaya for being a carnivore. And it's just a really well illustrated scene, and it's just really fascinating to see how Legoshi just goes from this to that. But during that apologetic state, Legoshi rips out his own fangs and just solely relies on his hands and legs to fight, or his fist and his feet to fight. So Yaya was really surprised and a little taken aback by this action, that Legoshi wasn't, you know, really pushed back from ripping out his own fangs. And I thought it was pretty surprising as well, revisiting this volume, and it's just really solid. This series just really makes my day as a reader. So yeah, Legoshi has a fight with Yaya, and so after Legoshi rips out his fangs, he earns the right to punch Yaya, so Yaya just ends up taking the hit, and he's just really impressed and really, you know, just even more interested in Legoshi apparently, since he is the grandson of Gosha. So Legoshi is 1/4 Komodo dragon, so there's that. And Legoshi does have an immunity to Komodo dragon venom, from what I remember from the previous volumes of the manga, so there's that. So anyway, point number 9. Legoshi has no idea who he is anymore after all he's been through, and can you really blame him? I mean, can you? I mean, with this fight with Riz, the whole murder situation with Tem, trying to figure out who it was, just really seeing how the world is broken within this society, but it's not really perfect. It's not. There's still some broken, heated tendencies between both the carnivores and herbivores, with their own battles, with their own instincts. Like, for example, Haru instinctively goes to take high places when Haru and Legoshi were holding hands within the city area. I mean, she does that so she can get a better view of the place and where they're going. And Legoshi didn't really realize that. I mean, after all the research he's done with Gohan about other carnivores and their meat addictions within the back alley market. So, again, this series just keeps on surprising me more and more as a reader. Okay, so point number 10. Again, Haru wants to be more open to Legoshi during their relationship. Now, Haru doesn't want Legoshi to hide anything from her anymore. Because at a point, like early on within the manga, Legoshi invites Haru to his apartment, and then he ends up admitting to Haru that he daydreams about her in certain scenarios. Like, one of my favorite scenarios from this manga is he daydreams of her coming down from a UFO and meeting him, and it's all because of that little stain upon his ceiling within his tiny apartment. But Haru was really happy she got to spend this time with Legoshi, and she feels like she's beginning to know him more and more as an individual within this world. So anyway, my next point, Yaya confronts a therapist, which he's supposedly responsible for this illegal ivory harvesting ring. Now, this is a really interesting chapter within this volume, and it's just, I really don't want to say anything spoilery here, but it was really solid, and it really kind of reminded me of like a scene from within James Bond or something, GoldenEye or whatever, and I'll leave it at that. So point number 12, we are introduced to a half-leopard, half-gazelle hybrid who was the product of a... I cannot talk today. So we are introduced to a half-leopard, half-gazelle hybrid character, another hybrid that's kind of new to the series, but I won't say who it is. So anyway, they get introduced, and I'll leave it at that. So anyway, point number 13, and these are my final thoughts within this volume. It was a really well-balanced and well-thought-out volume. I mean, Haru and Legoshi got to spend more time together and develop as a couple. So, yeah, there's that. That's another check mark. We get to see more backstory on Yaya, on what he does on a daily basis as the Sublime Beastar within the society. So we figure out he deals with a bunch of illegal carnivore crimes within the back alley market and whatnot, and he just tries to keep everything in check to the best of his ability, but in my opinion he's still kind of woohoo with power. So yeah, I give volume 14 of Beastars an 8.7 out of 10. Now that's like a solid B+ range as a volume. So, and I know I ranked volume 13 a 9.5 out of 10. So, anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts on Beastars volume 14. So, anyway, this is Kite562 signing out. You know, like this video, comment. What was your favorite part about volume 14 of Beastars? What part or panel sticks with you till this day? Let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content from this channel. This is Kite562 signing out, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.